your hands together for the one, the only, Rohan Diet!
How are we doing? Yeah, we're doing good? All right, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. You know, I was walking to the grocery store yesterday. I was walking to my local Ralph's, and I got accosted right outside the door by these little girls. They call themselves the Girl Scouts of America. Are you familiar with this organization?
Yes.
You guys know about this organization? They were trying to sell me cookies. Right outside the grocery store. If I wanted cookies, little girl, I'd go inside the grocery store. Why would I buy your bootleg cookies? Little girl, huh? This fucking begging you have going on is not going to work on me. I'm not from around here, all right? What do you have going on? You know. Not going to buy into this pyramid scheme. All right? This is clearly a pyramid scheme. Not going to buy into it. If you're hungry, eat the cookies, fatty. You're a fat girl, why don't you eat the cookies if you're so hungry? Add it to the tab, motherfucker. I know you've already done some. I know you've already eaten some of those cookies, dude. You know? I keep thinking, what are they going to use the money for? Drugs. Drugs. But actually, I've been doing some thinking, I've been doing some research. My mind has been opened. Let me open up your mind for a second. Do you think it's a coincidence that when the Girl Scouts are outside, the cookie aisle in the Ralph's completely empty? You think that's a coincidence? I think what's going on, the executives at Kroger, right, the parent company of the Ralph's, they must be getting kickbacks from the Girl Scouts organization. So it's all corrupt. It's all corrupt all the way up. Even out, even in the West, even out here. Ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. You know, I moved out here when I was 17. And I had a girlfriend in high school, but we broke up because I moved out here. So I never learned how to break up with a girl. Never learned. So now, every time I want to break up with a girl, I have to leave the country. Go to another country. Start a new life, dude. It's very tedious. It's a time-consuming process. It's not a good way to live, you know. I was dating a white girl for a little bit. And my dad calls me one morning and he says, "Rohan, I miss you. Do you want to come home soon?" And I was like, "Yes." "Yeah, Dad, yeah, I miss you too so much. I'm looking at the flights right now, you know. I miss you so much." You know, so every time I have sex with a white girl since I've been out here, this is true actually. Every time I have sex with a white girl, I walk into my flatmate Ben's room and I say, "Another one of yours." This is what you were afraid of, man. I know. It's reparations. All right? So reparations is what it is. 100 years ago, you fuckers are out there doing that. Now I'm here, I'm taking revenge. All right, I'm out here now, I'm taking revenge, you know. My ex, she kept telling me, she kept saying, "Rohan, you need to go to therapy." She kept saying, "Rohan, I think you need to go to therapy. Something's wrong with you." So I've been going, you know. I've been going to therapy. And I thought, for the longest time, I thought I was a bad person. You know, but it turns out it's not entirely my fault. It turns out I'm actually a sociopath. This is true, I'm a sociopath. I'm dangerous. You fuckers, I got a mic, you're out here, you don't know what's gonna happen, dude. Master manipulator standing out here, you don't know. All I want is attention, you know. It makes sense. If you look at my childhood, you know, I used to drink Tabasco straight out of the bottle, just to feel something. My parents were out in business, you know, I wanted some attention. I don't know what to tell you. It's funny, the therapist, she said to me, "Rohan, you know, I think that there's something deeper going on. I don't want to alarm you. I think you might be a sociopath." You know? And I didn't really care. I didn't give a shit. It was weird. I didn't care. I really thought the only big thing I was worried about is I thought, this would really like ruin my luck with women, being a sociopath and all that. But seemingly the diagnosis has only made me more desirable. It has only worked in my favor, this sociopathy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I was talking to my father. I was having a very deep conversation with my father the other night. And I said, Dad, why is it that I hurt everyone I love? Why, Dad? And he said, Rohan, that's because you are an antisocial person. And I said, so should I go to therapy? What should I do? And he said, no, you can't change that. That's not something you can do anything about. I've been back in the States, and I have been having sex with the ex, the very same, the one from before. I'm having sex with it's not healthy, you gotta do it sometimes though. I've been having sex with but I don't think she likes me. She's been getting very mean lately. During the sex, she's been saying things like, she'll say while having sex with me, she'll say, fuck you. And that's the first time anyone's ever said that and then followed through on the commitment. It's never happened. She's got gusto, this girl. She's got gumption. I don't know what to tell you. She'll say like other horrible things, like while having sex with me, she'll say, you don't respect me, you don't respect women. Which is weird to say because I'm starting to kind of like when she insults me. But what does that say about me? But what's weirder still is this is confusing for my ego when you say things like this to me because my ego is inextricably linked to my penis. The two are linked. You can't separate the two. The weirdest thing she said to me thus far is she was going down on me the other week and she looked up and she said, "It's not fair. Everyone gives you so much attention," she said, while proceeding to give me the most amount of attention anyone could possibly give me. You understand that is more attention than this right now? And that is the only thing by far there's more attention than this right now. There's no other thing that is any more attention than this currently. We used to have a lot of fights, me and my ex. She'd often say, I'm very good at gaslighting. She'd say I'm a very good gaslighter. But the thing about gaslighting is I've only gotten good at the skill since she made me aware that I had the talent. So it's about awareness, guys. With a skill, you gotta be aware. It's like stand-up. It's like anything. It's not gonna work unless you work it. All right, you gotta move. It's kind of like, but it's only true that the thing about being a gaslighter is it's true that only the gaslit gaslight. But it's kind of like hatred, If you want to be able to properly hate other people, and you should, you have to first hate yourself. How are you going to hate other people? You have to build that, you got to build that hatred inside you, align yourself with an ideology, and then do something productive. Make a change happen, goddammit, do something. The hatred has to come from inside. It cannot just be on the surface. The hatred has to come from inside. I've stopped having sex with the ex. I've stopped. She wasn't making me feel good about myself. Also, she has a new boyfriend. So we stopped having sex. So it's good. I've been checking out the market. I've been looking around. I've been seeing what's going on. I went on a date with a girl. She came over. We slept in my place. She woke up in the bed next to me. She said, "Rohan, I really liked it when you fucked me in the ass last night." She said that. And then I looked at her and I said, "What are you talking about?" Fuck you in the ass? What do you mean? What? Usually they let you know, bro, that you've gone in the wrong hole. They don't just perk up and act like nothing happened. All right? They let you know. It's not, I'm not, I feel uncomfortable. Right? Because, here's the thing. I know I did it. I did do it. But did I consent to it? Did I, call me vanilla, all right? Not on the first date. Call me old school. Call me old school. I just think you should get to know a girl a little bit before you sodomize her. I don't know. I think that's a good strategy to go by. It wasn't working out with this girl, so I went on another date. And this was a good date. Went back to my place, opened up a bottle of wine, everything, yeah. And then I was trying to make conversation. And I said to her, would you rather be super hot or super smart? Which one? You know? She said, super hot. All right, I found that silly. Okay. Obviously, you don't want to be super smart. What are you talking? You know. So I said to her, "What super hot? What are you talking about? You're already like medium hot." Why did I say that? Why would I say? I could have just said hot. But I'm so insecure as a man. I felt the need to delineate what level of this is, you know, Jesus, what level of hot. That's not a good strategy. I don't think. You know what though? The worst part about the situation is I meant it as a compliment. So, and I guess what that means is I must have low self-esteem, because if someone called me medium hot, I'd hump them right on the spot. I'd be very ecstatic about it, you know, I'd be happy. But she left right after I said that, which must mean she has high self-esteem. You know? But here's the question. Here's the thing. If she's got such high self-esteem, what is she doing in my apartment? What's going on there? This is what we call a paradox. That's what we call a paradox, guys. You know, I study philosophy. In the university, I study philosophy. Very silly thing to study. Philosophy is. It's the whole idea. The whole idea is you got this idea, right? You got this idea. You chase this idea until the idea negates itself. Then you call your friends over and you say, "Isn't that trippy? Whoa, look at that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that interesting?" I've been doing a lot of thinking. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. I've been thinking about nothing. I've been thinking about nothing. Do you guys understand? Do you realize that they invented all the numbers and then zero? They invented zero last. These fools, dude. These fucking idiots. They were working with XIV, all that bullshit. They didn't have zero, you know? I think the guy who invented zero, you know, he figured it out on the whiteboard. He said, "Oh my God, I figured it out." He ran into the town square. He said, "Everyone, gather around. You know, I figured it all. I have the answer to everything." Everyone gathered around. They said, "Yeah, what is it? What have you figured out?" He said, "Oh, it's nothing." No, don't. I don't want to talk about it. You know. Well, you know, I know I'm an idiot, right? I know I'm a fool. There are times, like I wear a watch, but I'm not wearing one right now, but you have to believe me. Usually I have a watch on, but it's one of those analog watches, doesn't have any numbers on it, right? So there'll be times, you know, I'll be at the train station or something, someone will come up to me, they'll say, "Hey, do you know the time?" I'll say, "No." Look at the sun, make an educated guess. Dude, I don't know the time, man, I don't know. So I know I'm a fool, but then every night for the past, like, whatever, 5-6 years, you know, I've been on a stage, I have a mic, all of you fuckers are here, you have nothing. What is this situation? There must be something about me. You know, there must be something about me, because think about what this craft is. I am standing here taking a shit. I'm taking a shit, and you are watching me. Voyeuristic. You are watching me take a shit, and somehow you've convinced yourself, "Oh, this is not just some shit, he's sculpted this, he's made it happen." No, dude, I'm just taking a poo-poo in front of your eyes, man. And you know, and I have to convince you somehow it's not a shit, it's art. You know, this is funny, this is good. But the worst part about that situation, the most pathetic part about that situation, is I have to somehow convince myself that it's art, which is very, very weird. You know, I'm about to graduate college. I'm gonna graduate this semester, and there's been this like Indian boy who's like, I think like a first year or something, and he's been following me around every day, and he keeps asking me to be his mentor. I should not be anyone's mentor. I should not be doing that. He keeps asking me to be his mentor. And I say, listen, man. He's like, I have no friends, you know, I don't know how to, I can't talk to girls. I'm like, I can't be your mentor. What we can do, we can go smoke some weed. You know? I can't be he said, I can't smoke weed. I said, all right, let's have a drink. You know? He said, I can't drink. I said, why can't you smoke weed? Why can't you drink? That's how you make friends, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You know, he said, no. My father, you know, I see him every day. He's horribly addicted to coffee. The kid said coffee. He could have said anything. He could have said heroin. He could have said booze. You know, he could have even said my dad smokes cigarettes every day. It's fucking disgusting. He didn't. He's saying my dad's on his 3rd cup by noon. He's getting jittery. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's unpredictable with this guy. You know, anything could happen. You know. So I told him that he should kill himself. That's what I said. Am I liable? You think if he does now? You think I'm liable for it? I don't know. He might. He just might. He does have no friends. I was the closest thing to one of those friends that, and I don't know. Who knows what's gonna happen, man? Who knows? Who knows what could go down? Man, I've been thinking a lot about the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You guys think about the Make-A-Wish Foundation? It's a scam. Seemingly, I've been doing some research. It's all corrupt. This is true, actually. Once in a while, one of these kids will survive. What the fuck? What are you talking? Well, these fucking bastard doctors will save a kid, dude, after the wish. I'm not jealous. You know, I'm not a jealous man. I'm just saying, once you get your dying wish and you meet John Cena and he gives you the attitude adjustment, can you live to tell the tale? I think no. I think it should be stipulated in the contract agreement. You die after you get the. It's only fair. I'm a philosophy major. Get on my level. It's only fair, dude. You should die after you get the wish. You know. I think personally, what I think they should do with the foundation is I think they should give the kids the wish, and then take them into a little room, and they should shoot the kids. That's the, you know. But I've been doing some research. I've been doing some thinking. I've come up with my own foundation. It's called the Spare a Tab Foundation. You know, let's say you're tripping balls. Let's say, you know, let's say you're tripping balls. You have a guilty conscience. You want to help some kids in need, right? You send me your spare tabs of acid. Send them to me. I'll put on a hospital gown, right? I'll walk around from hospice to hospice, and I'll give these spare tabs of acid to these dying children. Because, this is true, because if they were tripping balls, would they need to wish to begin with? They'd be seeing the face of God, dude. They wouldn't care about the wish. They'd be just chilling, you know. They'd be smoking cigarettes in their little hospital gowns, you know, just. Emil, you know, what is death? What even is death? And then Emil looks at him and says, you know, well, what's life? You know, what's going on there? Someone got mad at me when I did this joke. Someone got pissed. Some white lady got mad at me. She came up to me after the show. She followed me, actually. After the show, she came up to me. She said, you can't do that joke anymore. And I said, it's my favorite joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, lady. It's my favorite joke. And she said, no. She said, go home to where you came from, where that joke worked. Which is a weird way to hit on me. Which is a weird way to try to nag me. Because she's not saying the joke didn't work. She's like, I go home, the joke works over there. Go home where that joke works. It doesn't work. Go home and do it over there. You know, was it constructive criticism? You know, was she trying to get at me? What's going on? What's happening? Man, I grew up Catholic. You know, I grew up Catholic in India. It's very confusing, very confusing. But I've been thinking a lot about Jesus, about our Lord and Savior. I've been thinking a lot about that guy. You know, he was a good guy. Good guy. Overall, solid fellow, would get into heaven easily in my books. Good guy, but, you know, did he do that much? How much did he do? You know, really? He died. He did the whole, like, you know, don't stone her. We all fuck. Stop it. Stop it. Stop, don't, no, stop it, he said. But, I mean, he died, you know, he did die. But did he have to? He could have just, not. If he felt, he was a sorcerer. He knew magic, dude. He could have fucking turned that cross into cotton candy, flew the fuck away. If he so felt like it, You know, I think you think it caught him by surprise when he respawned. He knew it was coming. It was. I think the resurrection was just a PR move. You know, it was just an ad campaign, right? For Christ 2, the second coming. He's a drama queen, this guy. He's all theatrics. You know, if you die and then come back after 3 days, have you died or have you overslept? You know, have you died or have you overslept? I keep thinking, you know, if he comes back, who's he gonna be? Could well be me. You think he's gonna have abs and shit? No, it's gonna look like this, dude, for sure. He'll catch you by surprise. Speaking of Catholicism, I've been taking, you know, when I'm on the shitter, I get to thinking, and I've been thinking a lot about the plight of pedophiles. Thinking a lot about pedophiles. You know, they have a hole in their heart, these people, you know. Even the successful ones. Huh? Even the ones with the islands, whatnot, they got a, you know, the big issue, I think the big issue with them is they can't sustain the long-term relationships. Unsustainable. It's simply unsustainable. It's not sustainable. It's not a sustainable situation to find yourself in, you know. That's the issue. It's unsustainable. If you know, people get mad at me sometimes, and I try to tell them this is not a pedophilia joke. This is a math problem. I've worked this out theoretically. It's impossible. All right, it's impossible. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. It's theoretically impossible. You know, I've moved on from thinking about Jesus to thinking about Gautama Buddha. You know, you guys know about Buddha? You guys know about the story of the Buddha? You know, he was the prince of the kingdom. He was the prince of the kingdom, and his dad said, "You can't go outside. Stop, you can't go outside." Then one day he walked up to his dad. He said, "Fuck you, Dad." He said, "Fuck you, Dad. I'm going outside." Right? So he went outside, and then what did young Gautama see? He saw suffering, you know. He saw sick people. He saw dying people. He saw, for the first time in his life, he saw ugly people. Can you imagine that? Seeing ugly people for the first time in your life? He had a panic attack, this guy, right? He freaked the fuck out. You know, all this suffering on young Gautama's shoulders, what did he do about it? Not much. He didn't do much. He fucking sat down for a while. He said, "I'm going to find a nice banyan tree. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about it. You guys don't disturb. I'm going to think about it. All right? Don't disturb me. I'm going to think about it." I've been doing too many eye drops lately. You know, you guys ever done the eye drops? Huh? The hydration of the eyes. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. I can't stop. I started smoking weed when I was very young. Then I stopped smoking weed also. Now I can't stop doing the eye drops. What the fuck? Dude, it's like seemingly have you ever had your eyes been hydrated like that? It's a beautiful feeling. Seemingly the eye drops feel like what the weed should feel like. You know, I think the weed is the gateway drug to the eye drops. You know, I think that's the situation. That's the situation we find ourselves in. You know. Do you guys ever fantasize about being chosen to become the next Dalai Lama? Huh? I think about that shit all the time. Are you kidding me? I think about that shit constantly. Can't stop thinking. It's a Hogwarts situation in my head, right? It's a Hogwarts situation in my head. The monks, they come knocking on the door. They say, "Oh, open up," you know, knock on the door. My angry stepmother, she's at the door. She says, she opens. The monks say, "Sorry for the delay. I know we should have come when he was younger. Sorry for the delay. There was some stuff going on with China. We had to deal with some stuff, but we're here now. We want Rohan," they said, "to become the next Dalai Lama." You know? My mother says, you want Rohan to become the next fucking Rohan? He's useless. He does nothing all day. The monks reply, That's specifically the reason we want him. That's why he's the golden boy. All right, that's been my time. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much.